Don't like this angle. I need to be straight on. So give me a second as I adjust this. Alright guys, sorry, inconvenience. The gimbal is kind of higher than I actually thought and calculated, so that means I have to bring it down about halfway. Each of the carbon fiber legs on this tripod. Alright. Yeah, see, that's the view that I want. Head on. That's the view that I want. Doesn't that look better? I know, right? Shit. Should have done this a long time ago. But anyway, guys, Panda here. I wanted to address a video that I made while I was homeless in San Francisco. It's called Turk Street. And as a travel photographer, travel documentarian, travel consultant, I emphasize bad and good. I don't sugarcoat anything, and that's the problem here in the States. Everybody wants to sugarcoat, not everyone, I shouldn't say that, but half of the population wants to sugarcoat and be blindsided at the fact what was going on in San Francisco. So, as a documentarian, as a photographer, I wanted to emphasize truth and story. Why people shouldn't be selling the food on the streets, because at the time there was a second outbreak. And California at the time would have surpassed India, Germany, and the highest COVID cases in 6 months. They were averaging about 58,000 cases a day. You guys don't understand that outside, abroad. You don't live in San Francisco. I was living in San Francisco. You have no idea. Ask anyone that has supported that content. We've been robbed several times. We even had the iPhone stolen. Well, not this iPhone, the iPhone before the other iPhone. Yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. Guys, I wanted to comment on all the comments that thought I was banking. This is the keyword they're using, guys. I was banking. I did not receive any money for those videos. Guys, I don't get paid like you see on YouTube. This is why when you watch those YouTube videos about this is how much I made, I would never tell you that until I get to a point in how long. See, that's the difference about the content that people try to drive to an audience. They don't tell you exactly how duration it took them this long. But you could put your common sense together and say, hey, wait, I've been following this person for a while. Wait, let me go back for a second. This is how I know how much you made. You can go back at someone's content. You can see how well they established their studios, even though I have done that, but I rent out studios. And the thing is that these YouTubers that say they make thousands of dollars making this content, yeah, well, fine, but I'm not them, I'm me. I'm trying to show you a realistic side of the world. You guys are fixated on fictional and non-fictional shit on the platform. Excuse my language, but as a documentarian, you're fixated on that because you see how people edit their content. And that takes your brain into another dimension. And you forget about the absence or the presence of what in the real world is it like to actually live on the streets on New York City's, Toronto, Vancouver, Portland, San Francisco, San Jose, you get what I'm saying, all right? Oh, my panda. It's like people don't watch the content in full. So I'm in Central Park, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. I'm the Panda Photographer, everyone. Oh, my Panda, I was really to rip on someone because I'm telling you, you guys are out of line with the comments. I hear your freedom of speech and I respect that all the way. But there's certain things that you got wrong that you need to be questioned, especially Chuck. You recently just posted something, you didn't watch the video full, I looked at your analysis, I watched you watch the content, you only watched 5 minutes and 34 seconds worth that. Let's go do homework. This is how I know how much people are watching the content. When subscribers subscribe, unsubscribers subscribe, I can see the differences. This is why YouTube has that analytics features. But with that said, everyone, Chuck, I'm homeless. I'm houseless. So let me tell you this. I've been traveling, working for government agencies as I was homeless. Oh, my Panda. Guys, tell him. Tell this guy Chuck and everyone else that commented negative on the Turk Street video. Well, Panda's been working for city officials and city other advocates and still was homeless. Why? I just choose to. I just choose to. I like the freedom where I can just pick up and go whatever I want. And still respect some boundaries of the law and understand my Constitution, first in my human, civil, and my Constitution rights. I emphasize that a lot on this channel. This is why I explain that people would hate to see a camera, but these are public streets. And you can just record your interactions because now these days you have to. But anyway, I'm Panda Photographer. Subscribe, like, and share. Like, hit the thumbs button. I cannot see the comments because I want the fullest quality for this video. For you Turk Street negative commenters that watched that video and thought I was making money over other people's misery. No, I'm in the same boat, my friends. Ask any YouTuber, ask any subscriber, ask any supporter that has supported this channel. Pandas choose to be this way. And trust me, I have really luxury places before. And you know what? I'm sick of being under this title. Back then, I was snobby and I was selfish. This is where I'm coming to some sense here. When I was younger and I got married for the first time to Ayaka, I was in Japan and I was selfish and cocky, right? And the one thing I realized after meeting Yuki, after Ayaka, was that I was being naive. That's just facts. I was being naive about true identity. I found out people abused me when I was younger. I looked into some documents. Yeah, I did a lot of research and a lot of work. I spent a lot of money trying to understand who am I. I come from a Zambian background from 5 generations ago. I come from a French generation 2 generations ago. So when I look into these things and when I do DNA testing, that triggered something in my mind, like I need to be more open-minded. And I want you guys to be the same way too, but here's the thing about the Turk Street video. You guys say that I walked around that very dangerous neighborhood with an expensive camera showing off, and that's not necessarily the fact. Actually, I was pissed scared out my ass, to tell you the truth. And even in New York now, even though I'm kind of in a nice neighborhood, but I know New York. I've been coming here off and on, and no place is safe. You know, you can just be anywhere at any time. So trust me, Yuki and I went through this situation here in New York. This is why we only visit, never live, ever again. But take it from the grain of salt. That Turk Street video wasn't trying to prove, it was trying to give people an understanding. Look, I came out with a camera to show some solidarity. I came out here to tell your story. If you want to be on this camera, I'm coming through. That was the message. It's time to tell your story. But there were things on the streets that you shouldn't have been doing during COVID. Guys, this is why COVID cases were so high in California, especially in San Francisco. because people were violating law. This is how people are now deceased. And you want to complain to me about documenting what the people are doing on the streets? Oh, of course I am. Every human life counts. That's the part you didn't understand. That's the part you didn't gasp from all this. This is COVID time. That was COVID time. That was at the beginning when California was the hottest spot. It was hotter than New York. It took over. And you guys still didn't get the message. Instead, you just saw me ranting. Yeah, I was ranting. I was living on the streets. I had to fight my way through those streets every night. Ask anyone. Ask Chicken. Chicken's a San Francisco native. He was giving me money, PayPal, every 2 weeks, making sure I was okay. I had Henry's sister that lives in Oakland. Now, Henry lives in LA. He's married to a Japanese woman. He has 2 children now. And we all understand that growing up in Japan, being black and coming back into the States, it's harder. But you, as African Americans, treat us so differently too. Let's not sugarcoat this, like I said in the beginning of this video. Even African Americans sugarcoat my behavior and my life choices. Oh, why you gotta marry some Asian chick? Is she black women are good enough, bro? Oh, that's negative. No, it's not that. The fact and foremost that is that I would like to actually get to understand everyone instead of looking at one side of the track. And there's some things that I don't like when African Americans do that make our culture look like a piece of we don't have no self-control. A lot of the African Americans do have self-control. A lot of us have some brilliant minds and some intelligent ones. Don't let the news media, don't let outlets, don't let movies portray. This is why I love Gary Feige. I love that he's putting black actors at lead roles for Marvel. I'm glad that he's doing that. He believes and that we are intelligent as the white man. That's the first time I ever said that word like that, but I guess I have to get through you African Americans, that some that are so blinded by what you don't see outside. You could be a rapper, you could be, whatever you want, but think about how much you can influence. You go to Japan, let's say, for most young men and women, you want to be fashion models, you only see black culture fashion. But if you look outside like Japan, I wear my gi all the time. I wear my hakama all the time. I wear normal formal Japanese attire. You have seen me done that before. You know why? It looks fucking good on this black skin color. You cannot deny that. It will look good on a white, it will look good on a Filipino, it will look good on a Canadian, it will look good on a German. You know why? Because we're sending the message. The message is be aware. There are people that actually want to care, but we also have to criticize what we see in front of us and what we've been going through. And like me, being in San Francisco, you guys know, I have been through a lot. That was the biggest mistake, going through while there was COVID. But I wanted to get a grasp. I wanted to make content so you be aware that what you need to do is survive. That's all. But you guys took it out of context. You guys took it as if I made thousands of dollars on that video. Bullshit, I made cents. You know the C word, cents? Yeah, I made cents on that video. Now it's trending because you guys have negative reactions. And I feel like YouTube loves it when the algorithm sees a negative reaction to a video, but it also sees a neutral balance to it. And then they want to say, oh yeah, just trend this video. But just demonetize it. Oh yeah, that video's been demonetized. Oh yeah, didn't I just put the icing on the cake for you? Well, I sure did. It's been demonetized. This is why I complain about the platform. This is why I complain. This is why I'm telling you I make no money from YouTube. What, every 3-4 months I get paid? What is that, $110? That's no money. You know where my support comes from? People that watch the content, people that actually contribute and go to the links down in the description below. People actually really do it. And people continue to watch it. And like I said, I can't see the comments because I want the fullest quality and I want people to hear me as they walk by talk about this. I'm not afraid. And that's the problem. You're afraid to speak. I speak my voice very clearly. And I speak it very well. And you can say Mike Tyson, me. You can say, oh, one patch gorilla, do whatever you want. This is not about me. This is about everyone's survival. My content brings realism, and this is why YouTube doesn't, oh, your content is too straightforward. We can't really have our sponsors and our affiliates and our partners be part of something that you may one day make a video and mistakenly have some very suggestive things in it. See, you get what I'm saying, guys? I know the platform very well. This is why I don't cater to YouTube shit. YouTube used to be about for us, about us. Remember that back in the early 2003, 2004? Oh my panda. If you don't remember that, it was the time. That was our time to shine. I've been on the platform since then, from one channel to another, to another, to another. I kid you not. Hold on, I'm just making sure the battery. Okay. So the audio that I'm using, and I'm not sponsored, is the Comic-Con Boom XC Wireless. I pay for all of this with my own money and with support from family, from friends, from you that contribute to the content. Half of it I had to sell because we kind of struggling in a bit way. We came to New York and we made a mistake again, trusting people that we thought were allies. I made a video about this before. I don't work for free. There's no way I can afford all this for free. No. I broke the cameras. Yeah, I broke the cameras, and now I just like trying to figure out how to raise money to fix my cameras. Oh my panda. The only thing I have is that iPhone. I can do time lapse with that iPhone, which I'm gonna do tonight, which I plan to, because I got the carbon fiber. Guys, I got a whole carbon fiber setup. This is my dream setup. The fluid head is in here. But at the time, I shot everything with the Canon 80D, and everyone thinks that I was trying to make money off of Turk Street. I wanted to emphasize my version of Turk Street, without any. Guys, don't you hate a YouTube video where it cuts parts and not show you the content? I just don't like it. I understand that when you have to make a movie, video ads, music video, but blogging, no, don't skip a beat. You should learn that in film school. No, and I didn't go to film school. Don't ever skip a beat. Have you heard that term before? I hope you did. Look, let me show you how long I've been in the game. Do you see this shirt? Dave Payne right here. Legend. Look at this shirt. This shirt is legendary. You guys have no idea who Video Grip is, do you? Okay. NYC, Billy O'Neill. You guys don't know, right? Okay. Billy Sean. Now music video, Brazil. You guys don't know who these guys are? We used to rollerblade with them and filmmakers. Oh my panda. And now these guys are big directors in some different ways who wanted to emphasize realism. Like me, I wanted to emphasize the realism of the content. I'm in Central Park, and everybody's just been walking by it. Have you seen them say anything wrong about what that said? Because they know I'm speaking the truth. You guys that comment took it out of context. Turk Street was about self-awareness and keeping everyone safe. It was also about criticizing why people in San Francisco do not care, just like some people in New York City do not care. No better. No city is different from another. You know why? Because the realization of this is that this kind of behavior is everywhere. Don't you agree? You guys want to show your support? This, like I said, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. That's how I make my money. When people actually give a damn and want to help. And this is all I'm trying to do. And I set all this up. This looks very fair. Yeah, I got a $300 carbon fiber. I worked my ass off for it. You know why? Because I was running. Do you remember when I was trucking around 2 heavy aluminum tripods? Oh my panda, guys, I went to a chiropractor. My chiropractor even said, "What have you been lifting, bro? And you are so healthy, but your muscles are so tense. I have so much toxic in my muscles." So if you guys never been to a real chiropractor before, there's alignment adjustments and there is muscle detention. All right? There are 2 different things that you have to pay for. I got the whole full package. I also had to release some of that toxin in my muscles that was hurting my muscles and making my muscles tense. You guys don't understand about your anatomy? You need to read about your man anatomy or your human physical anatomy, because every muscle counts. I'm going to be 41 in 16 days. Some people said that I look like I'm 25, 27. That's not because I don't eat meat. No, that's because I rarely do eat at all. But it's the fact that I drink enough water, I eat enough vegetables, I eat enough fruits, I eat some junk food, but not dairy. I can't. I'm a pescatarian vegan. So when it comes down to the pescatarian options, it's octopus, squid, oysters, and sometimes I would pop in a fish egg or 2, uni or something, but it has to be indulged. It has to my brain has to say, oh, and my stomach has to combine and say, hey, we want this. That's how my brain and my stomach works. We disagree, Panda, we want this. All right, let's go. That's how I eat. Ever since my car accident, I have no sense of smell, the taste. When I start eating something, I feel the warmth, I feel the textures, but that's what you guys don't understand. It's like there are people actually out there in San Francisco that need the food, and there are people actually getting free food and selling the food. Seriously. Before COVID, the police were actually cracking down on that. But when COVID hit, they just said, no, you're not going to intervene. So you guys do not understand the way life in San Francisco is. Because selling food, you don't know that food's expired, it has been chemicalized, it has been tampered with. You don't know. That's why there's certain laws that hey, in certain organizations that are allowed to give out the food. And yes, as citizens, we are allowed to give out food. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that there's some evil people out there in the world. So you have to be careful. And there's been many reports as well in San Francisco, especially in the Tenderloin district, that literally emphasize people have been getting sick by buying food out on the street. But you don't look at those statistics or those medical statistics in San Francisco. But I do. You can easily look those up on Google. Easily. And you do the research yourselves and you find out. This is why I'm making the argument as well. So let's emphasize all what I'm going to tell you in this video, in this live stream. By the way, please do subscribe, like, and share. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit anymore with you guys. You guys don't understand content. You guys don't understand unscripted realism to this pure core. You guys want that fake edit mama booty shaking, all that other drama, whatever you guys want to call it, and the other stuff that you guys are into. You guys want to see content creators cheat corners and not give you corners. You get what I'm saying? They cheat in corners, but they're not giving you corners. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's like driving down a racetrack and you decided to cheat. You're gonna crash me so I don't get my corners. Yeah, I'm coming down on all the YouTubers that make money off of being houseless and homeless. You're fakes. Those stunts, those 3-day stunts, those 72-hour stunts. No. That is not being homeless. That's not being houseless. That's not close. Because anyone could do that for up to 21 days. You realize that. Let me tell you why up to 21 days. You could have money in your bank. You could be financially stable, right? You could get stuck somewhere, but you can still spend your money. Let's say you lost your passports, but you still have your credit cards and stuff. Oh, my panda. You see what I'm saying? You're scout. For 21 days. Some people cannot get my passport into like the 14th day, like me. So, sometimes in certain places you can get it in 1 day. If you pay extra money, that's if you want to pay extra money. But what I'm trying to apply here is that, guys, you guys took the video out of context. If you never lived in San Francisco, if you've never been to San Francisco, and you've commented in it saying that I make money and I'm trying to make money off of someone's misery, look at my misery. I just lost a girlfriend through a hate crime, and I'm still going through that mental process and that mental health process. How dare you say anything? Look me up. Look what happened to my eye. Look at what happened to my face several months ago. Hate crime. Because of you. The ones that disagreed with the content. The ones that brings the drama. Yeah, because of you. This is what's going on. Yeah, my eye is getting healed, but it's so sensitive to this light. I need to get used to it, and I'm trying to at night give night first and then work my way to daytime. This eye has been really, guys, you don't understand. I spend so much money on recovery. This is why we're here. You got the nerve to tell me again. This is why we're here. Look a couple months ago. I was in a home, in a studio, giving you guys content until this shit happened, and then I wanted to leave because the friend was being so unjustified at a lot of areas when it comes down to the human rights part. It's like, and it cost me so much money making content on the platform, and like, you guys saw that on Instagram, the live music, and I did, oh my panda. So this is what I actually wanted to talk to you guys one-on-one, real talk. YouTube disagrees with this? That's YouTube's problem, because YouTube also doesn't encourage education. It doesn't encourage education, because if it did, you would allow this content to be, because this content is 100% genuine, and that's what YouTube doesn't emphasize on their platform. People that actually been through the whole process themselves, like Casey Neistat has been homeless. He's been through that process. He knows it. I'm not a Casey Neistat. I'm only Panda. I'm not like him. I also have other imaginations that I want to accomplish and other goals. And I have done that. Worked for jobs all over the place. City official, state official. It was fun, but you know, working for 501c3s and working for organizations, it was fun. But the problem with that was there was too much hatred. Blacks on black crime. Blacks hate me at this other facility, which I'm not going to say their name after defamation. I was told not to mention their name, just mention last employee, and but you guys get to what I'm saying. They literally disliked everything I was doing because I was caring for you. I was doing what you wanted me to do, care for you. This is what this organization did not want me to do. Oh, if you're gonna buy sandwiches for them, you have to tell us and let us. No, that's my money. I want to make sure that these sandwiches go out because we got greedy staff, like I just discussed in this past content. Like this guy literally thought, since he was the boss of everyone else, that he can take advantage of me and then say, oh, I'm the boss here, I can take whatever. No, when I pay for it, that's stealing. That's not meant for you. You got money, you have a job, you can go buy your own sub. These men need someone to care for them for Christmas. And I gave them $5 gift cards. Oh, my panda. I mean, $5 and a gift, like a Christmas card. Let's say gift card. Show my appreciation to 144 guys that night. Mind you that. So, and yes, you can go to my YouTube content and you can view that. Yes, this is why this organization disliked everything I was doing. I understand you're human, you're civil, and your constitutional rights. Every time they had a client, a guest, had a problem with a staff, I was like, here's a grievance report. Staff hated it. Panda, don't do that. That's their right to file a grievance report. What, were you supposed to be invincible? If I do something wrong, I expected you to put me in my place, right? But at that job, it was more like, oh, keep everything in-house. That was what that was about. Keep everything in-house. This is why I said, guys, I'm not viewing the comments. I'm just going to let the comments bleed, and I read the comments later, and I do apologize, but I want the highest quality that I can get from this video, because I really am emphasizing 4K as much as possible. So, because I like the 4K 60, and I think I'm going to sacrifice storage space to give you, yeah, 4K 60 takes up a lot of storage. Oh, my panda. It takes up a lot of storage, but you know what? It's worth it. So I optimized the YouTube to function with my camera settings. So it should be 4K. So with that said, everyone, like I said, what I do, no one is paying me to do this. I'm doing this because I want to show you where I can go. We've been here, we've done here, we've been here. What else you want me to go? But I'm just telling you guys, you took the Turk Street video in San Francisco out of context. You guys really didn't focus on the inspirational points of why this guy is walking around with the camera. I wanted people to tell me a story, but they didn't want to tell a story. They were more hostile. I can feel it, the tension. When you walk down the street, you don't feel kinetic energy for another. That's bush. That's bush. If you never felt kinetic energy before, that's bush. I'm pretty sure you have. Any scientist would say, yeah, you felt some type of energy from a human being. There is some kinetic energy going between us. So you can feel it. I know you could. But listen, all I'm trying to tell you guys is this. Whatever content I bring to you, it's not just to make money. It's to just emphasize, these are what people like me go through every day. I'm not the only person going through the same problems every day. Trust me. This is why the world is so... Imagine a planet full of human beings, and not one human being forgot about a person. Woo! That planet would succeed. You know why? Unification. Do we have that here? We don't have unification here. We have what we call debacle. We like to debacle everything, and I included myself. And I'm guilty of that. This is what I learned from you guys. Sorry, but imagine we didn't learn that, though, on a different planet Earth, where everyone cared for each other and no one was left behind. Imagine a world where no one was left behind. There was no such thing as homeless. Everyone had an apartment. Everyone worked. Everyone had a life. But this planet was so different and unique that it really was a neutral and pure Earth that other civilizations call it a threat. Imagine we were the ones that actually conquer the universe. But not only conquer, but we also care about life. We fought to protect our life, but we want to preserve that life. Because I'm not here when I'm going with this. There's no way we the only goddamn species in the universe. There's got to be some life forms out there. Microorganisms or bio-microorganisms, it has to be. Because our gene... Do I need to go to the scientific term now? Am I going back to my old YouTube channel, telling you guys about my whole anatomy and how our anatomy works really? How we were actually created by... Oh, wow. Do I need to go into that? I don't think so. But just kind of... You get what I'm saying, but just keep on the Turk Street content. And why all of you that disagree and don't I make money, please, I'm broke right now. I can't even eat breakfast right now. So what are you talking about? I gotta take medication. Look, I just drank a whole bottle of water because this medication that I'm taking, oh my God, it's making me thirsty. Look at that. Can't even buy a fresh new bottle of water. So what money? The only money I get right now is from support right now, from you guys. And I wanted to show you an email from 2 jobs that told me the exact same thing, that we love your portfolio, we love your job, we love what you do, but we have to go to another candidate. And they told me the reason why. Oh my panda. I was like, really? Because I'm so well out. Listen to what this says. You're too well spoken and you're very out there. And I was like, oh my panda. Am I not supposed to be out there? I believe so. I'm supposed to be out there. Am I right? I'm supposed to make the world know who I am, right? What kind of response was that? I gotta show you the email. Oh my panda. I get it. Maybe this person is not like me. Maybe they didn't want so much, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I am straight and direct. I'm ruthless with it. Look what's been happening. Lee, my girlfriend, was murdered. Justice for Lee. Hashtag justice for Lee. Remember you put that in. EELEE. Alright? In the comments. Please do that for me, E and E's family. Do that so you can tell the prosecutors in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, stop offering these murderers the option to make bail. $250,000? Are you serious? This is why I've been on a rampage lately, guys. This is where I've been upset a lot. I've been really furious about how the justice system here is so unbalanced and so unfair. You're gonna give this bastard $250,000 bond? So wait, E. Lee's life is now value. Milwaukee, you get this. Seriously, you get that. How dare you disrespect her family, the people that loved her, and especially me. How dare you? That's what I'm talking about, guys. The unfairness in this country. Because she's Asian, so her life is worth value. Her life is not worth value. He took her life, man up to it. Go to jail for the rest of your life, bro. No bail. You don't see daylight anymore. You're not allowed to see this grass. You're not allowed to see this beautiful woman walking in front of my frame in about 5 seconds. You're not going to see this guy just pass by on a bike anymore. No, you're going to see 4 bars in the wall with your honey bunny upstairs named Tyrone like, hey, it's time, sugar buns. Come on. You deserve that. You deserved to be treated like you treated E. How dare you, Milwaukee prosecutors? And the DA, what's wrong with you? Don't you understand? E needs justice. And so is any other Asian women and men out there. Asian lives matter. Black lives matter. White lives matter. Spanish lives matter. German lives matter. Japanese lives matter. We all matter. Why put value? I can understand it. You put value in your police officers on untrained, unbalanced, unstable, trigger finger. Beep, 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 beep. That goes for everyone. Now you got these little thuggies running around the streets of New York with weapons. That makes it worse. Yeah, I call them thuggies because that's what they are. You shoot and run away. That's first and foremost. You hold a pistol. You have grip. You only have to shoot that one time to get an accuracy shot, and that person is down. And I know how to shoot a weapon. And a bow and arrow and an archer. So yeah, so it's yeah. But I know how to hold a weapon. You don't. What are you saying? Are you saying hello? Like the wrestler, what's his name? Macho Savage? Oh yeah. You don't think I remember that days, right? Yeah, that was, like I said, I've been coming here since '91. I caught up with some American wrestling, but I'm really not into it. But come on, dude. What are you doing? You doing a calling? What is that? All you wannabe thugs out here in New York City, and anywhere, San Francisco, Houston, Chicago, you're given a reason. You're giving people a reason, especially African American communities, small communities. I want you to listen up. You're giving people a reason to doubt our abilities as a culture when you can still commit crimes against your own. And don't do it against someone else either. That's not what my metaphor is about. But I want you guys to understand that. You're giving people a reason to doubt and continue to doubt. This is why you bring in, like, yeah, black people are never gonna lie. Look, they kill their own all the time. They hurt each other all the time. Look at them. Look at them. This goes for Latinos too. This goes for whites, this goes for Asians, this goes for Japanese. This goes for anyone. Like I said a couple minutes ago, imagine a planet that everyone unified and no one was left behind. Everyone was treated with fairness. Yes, you could be single still if you wanted to. But it's a choice. Just imagine. Yeah, I know there might be some complications behind that, but oh my panda. I'm telling you guys, you have no idea what I see in the world. Ugh. And by the way, since we're talking about the Comic-Con Boom XD, I want to show you guys how to properly put in your dead cat every time it's windy. I realized this too. I stick my pinky finger and make sure I get a nice little cone action inside, some space. Here's a reason why. I noticed the audio was a little muffled the other day. So, and then I pull it out at the tip, keep that open space in, slide that on top, boom, easy. I don't understand why people have a problem putting this deck hat on. You must have been an amateur. See, I'm criticizing, but I'm making fun. But you guys get my humor. But this is how I put on the deck hat, and this is how I got the deck hat on. So, take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to help me understand you, just reach out with the comment. Say, hey, Panda, let's talk. Let's go talk on IG. You can DM me on IG. You don't need to get hostile. You don't need to talk back to me as if I'm trying to make black people or the poor people look bad. Poor people and black people, and no matter who you are, white people, poor people, everyone, first and foremost, no skin color is assigned to that category. There's no such thing, if that makes sense. Everyone is in that category, right? So, put it this way. If I emphasize the streets of San Francisco, especially 10 Line and Turk Street, I'm going to emphasize it in my way. Because I want you guys to see. And yes, I was getting upset because, guys, that whole entire day, the day before yesterday, if you watched the video before that video, I was looking myself for some nutrients. And every time I went to like a food pantry, oh, we ran out of tomatoes. I'm like, come on, I need the tomatoes and lettuce. I need some celery. They selling it on the street. So when I went to a food pantry, they ran out because everyone just jumps on the wagon, and I need to be out there first thing in the morning. No, some people got. Let me tell you, some people got some hookups. I've seen it. But we also emphasize no one's paying attention to the content that the staff at Glide was treating people that are homeless when they was once homeless with disrespect too. You didn't see that on my Instagram when the guy took the little Mexican guy's like food and threw it on the floor and told him, get out of there, get out of here. He was trying to bully. This dude was big. He's like this small. Oh, my panda. I'm like, what did I say? How disrespectful you treat that little guy. I wish, oh, my panda. I recorded it, and I still have it on my Instagram. It's called Glide. Watch it. You're going to be like, that's disgusting. This is what Glide does? Like, that's what the staff does. It's on camera. It's on their camera, too. So it's not in denial. You literally, the guy was literally have some mental health, obviously. Could have been intoxicated from, could have been sleep deprived. He could have a lot of problems. He didn't talk back. He didn't say anything. He was just like a puppet. Literally like a puppet. So with that said, everyone, let's check these comments. Alright guys, I'm going to get going. And I wanted to emphasize this update. And I'm going to keep it neutral and said, like, listen, I got respect for you, but you got to have respect for what I'm trying to do for you with my videos. Trying to show you a message. Yes, I got a little, it's not that I want to spice things up, it's that I'm experiencing this firsthand in San Francisco myself. So think about how much stress I'm under. With that said, easy photography, videography, repeat. See ya. Oh, my panda, New York City. You guys are loud. Loud. Look at that. You hear that, guys? Just listen to them. It's the honking orchestra. One more time, boys. Let me get a beep bop, beep bop. Yo, New York City, oh, my panda, is so noisy. The horns, man. Other place, you get a ticket for that.